Do you own enough Bitcoin? This is a serious question. The reason why is that the top 100 Bitcoin treasury companies, they now own 1 million Bitcoin. And there's only 21 million Bitcoin that will ever be made. Earlier this year, there was a lot of people that compared Bitcoin to the American dream. As most of you know, it is almost impossible to afford a house. And it really doesn't matter what state you're in. We have very high inflation. We have the money supply just absolutely exploding. And the dollar just doesn't buy what it needs to buy. And then on top of high inflation, crazy interest rates, which makes your monthly payment outrageous. So how are people going to accumulate wealth? Well, there are some people that say that own one Bitcoin. Right now, Bitcoin's trading at about $120,000, which may seem high, but where I am, Southern California, the average median price in Los Angeles County is like $700,000. $700,000. Maybe even a little bit more, maybe even a little bit less. But for the most part, we're seeing the price of Bitcoin sustain around $100,000. And we're also seeing a lot of companies create these treasuries to acquire Bitcoin. Heck, we're even seeing the United States of America create a strategic reserve for Bitcoin to acquire it because it is such a desirable asset. It is a finite asset. You can't make any more. And the one thing these companies have that you don't have is the ability to print more fiat currency to acquire more Bitcoin. And again, I'm no Bitcoin maximalist by any means. I love altcoins and I use altcoins to make cash. I use altcoins to acquire more Bitcoin and, do what I got to do. I like to actively trade these things once in a while. Well, not as much as I used to. But moral of the story is we have all these big players entering into the Bitcoin space. And Bitcoin is exciting to them because it is a finite asset. But more importantly, those of us that have been here, we know that Bitcoin is semi-anonymous. We know that it is finite. We know that it is transparent. We know that it does a lot of things that traditional finance never wants to do, because why would they want to do anything that was for the people, by the people? And that's exactly what Bitcoin is. But right now, these treasury companies, they're absolutely beating us up. Cointelegraph reported that only 0.01% of the global population owns more than one Bitcoin each. Out of 8 billion Bitcoin worldwide, fewer than 80,000 to 850,000 unique individuals hold at least one Bitcoin, making whole coiners incredibly rare. So if you're somebody that owns one Bitcoin right now, or you're dollar cost averaging your way to own one Bitcoin, you're on the right path. Heck, you don't want to be like Germany, who dumped their Bitcoin and lost billions and billions of dollars. I think they only hold like $1,000 worth of Bitcoin at this point. Either way, this channel was created to essentially help people to do their due diligence, to use critical thinking, to do what works best for you and your family. And Bitcoin has changed my life for the better. And I just kind of wanted to put something out to give you guys some stats about the importance of Bitcoin and the importance of finite assets. Do not let these traditional financial companies front run you out of the American dream.